Hi everyone, and welcome to day 2 of my first YouTube series, which is a journey between the elements. For the ones who don't know me, I am Ale, my full name is Alessia, and I'm an Italian yoga teacher, and this is my first series in English that I post here on YouTube to connect with all of my international friends and you all that are new to my channel. So today we're going to go through the element of water. So I remind you that the element of water is connected to our second chakra, which is Svadhisthana, and it's connected with the moon and to our left side, to our feminine side. So today we're going to have a nice flow that it's going to help us to deepen our connection with that aspect, because in the Samkhya philosophy and in Ayurveda, the 5 elements are outside of us as well as inside of our human beings. So this is what this whole series is about. It's about connecting with those 5 elements also inside of ourselves and feel that connection with the world outside. All you need for today's practice is your mat and your beautiful self, and let's begin together. As I said, today we will connect with Svadhisthana, our second chakra, which is connected to the water element. And Svadhisthana, it's under the pubic bones, and it's strictly connected with our genital organ, but especially it's connected to our emotional self. The bija mantra you can repeat internally for this whole practice, it's VAM. Svadhisthana, as it's the connection with our emotional self, it's connected to our sense of taste, and this is strictly connected, of course, with the emotional aspects of our body. So it's connected to our sexuality, our way of eating, and our addiction. So if you find yourself having any kind of issues in overeating, in sexuality, or in having addiction, maybe your yang side of Svadhisthana chakra might have a little imbalance. So Svadhisthana is also connected to our creativity and imagination, to the emotional depth we have, our absorption, our way to connect, and to guilty. So guilty is still an aspect of our yang side of Svadhisthana chakra. So today we will work through our body to connect with the water element and with all of these aspects of our body. An important aspect to be aware of about Svadhisthana imbalance is connected to the guilty of feeling pleasure. So if you find yourself feeling guilty for having whatever kind of pleasure you can have in life, maybe your Svadhisthana, as I said, might have an imbalance. So let's begin together. We're going to start by finding a comfortable sitting position, and we can start in Sukhasana. So you might want to have one foot in front of the other and just feeling connected with your root here. We start by simply closing our eyes, extending the spine nice and tall from our pubic bones all the way up to the crown. Starting to deepening the connection with our breath. With our presence in the here and now. Connecting with the subtle internal movement of the body, the natural movement of the belly with the breath, the expansion of the diaphragm and the chest. And from here I invite you to bring in an intention, a sankalpa related to the Svadhisthana chakra. You can repeat internally after me. I am creative. I love, value, and respect my body. I feel pleasure and abundance for every breath I take. One more time, I am creative. I love, value, and respect my body. I feel pleasure and abundance for every breath I take. Take a nice, deep and long breath in with me. Exhale out through the mouth. 2 more. And last one. If there is any other intention you want to bring into your mat today, I invite you to do so right now. Gently during the inhalation, lift your hands up to the sky. Extend your spine completely. Exhaling, bring your hands in prayer to the heart. 2 more times. Starting to flow. Slowly and gently like the water. And last one, inhale. Gently exhale. Rest your hands on your knees. You might want to bring your chin to the chest and start to roll your head to one side. Inhaling when the head goes up and back. Exhaling when the chin goes to the chest. Starting to connect the movement with the breath without forcing, simply flowing. Next time the chin is to the chest, we switch the side, we switch direction. Inhaling up and back, exhaling, chin to the chest. And back to center. Inhaling, we're going to expand, open up our hands to the side. Deep, nice and long breath in. Exhale. Give yourself a nice hug, extending and rounding the spine back. A few times more at your own time. And last one. From here, you might want to move on your knees and start by simply moving your hands and arms in a way you feel. It might be like the fluctuation of the waves in the ocean. You might be the golden reflection of the sun on the summer sea. Make this golden breath shine inside your body. You can even change the turn of the arms, whatever way you feel like. And from here, the left hand goes on the ground, maybe even the left elbow if you can reach to. Inhaling, lift the right arm to the sky. Deep inhalation on the right side. And here you might want to move the right arm whatever way you feel like. Bringing in the fluidity of the movement with the breath. Deep inhalation, open up, expand the chest, exhaling, drawing half of a circle to place the right hand and the right elbow on the ground. And same thing here. You can move the left arm, whatever flowy way you feel like. And exhaling, drawing half of a circle here, extending the right leg, opening up with the right arm and circulating the right arm, connecting with the breath, inhaling when you arch the spine, exhaling when you come back. Exhale, draw half of a circle here, right hand go on the ground, extend the left leg to the side, same thing. Drawing some nice big circle with the left arm. Inhale to open up, exhale to switch the side, left hand on the ground, inhale, open up. Exhale, you may want to move the left knee straightly underneath the left hip. From here we extend the right leg to the side. Inhaling, we gaze at a steady point in front of us. Deep inhalation from the nose. Exhale, bend the right leg. Hold and grab the inner side of the right foot here. With the inhalation we go to kick up the right foot to the sky, pardon my English sometimes. Deep inhalation, open up the chest, open up the heart chakra, feeling the connection with our pubic bone, with our strong core, with our strong hips. Exhaling gently, lowering down, coming back on the knees and placing the right hand down, extending the left leg. Deep inhalation, opening up, expanding, exhaling. The right foot is in line with the right, hand on the ground, staring at a steady point here. Inhaling, lifting the left hand on the sky. From here, you can bend the left leg, grabbing the inside of the left foot, inhaling, extending the left leg to the sky. Repeating internally our intention. I am creative. I love, value, and respect my body. I feel abundance and pleasure for each and every breath I take. Exhale is slowly bringing the left knee next to the right. Maybe you don't want to shake the hips a bit side to side here. Exhaling, coming down to a wide leg child pose, opening the knees a bit wide apart, lowering the head to the mat. Sending our breath to our hips. Our hips are the most sensitive part when we talk about Svadhisthana. They are called the center of our emotional self. This part of our body is strictly related to our sexuality. So for us women, it might be even harder to open up that part of our body, and we always need to be aware of the direct connection from our hip and our emotional self and our sexuality. So from here we plant our hands on the ground, gently we lift up the hips, coming to a tabletop, inhaling when we expand the chest to the sky,
Exhaling when we round our back and we push away the mat with our hands. Repeat this movement a few times at your own pace. Finding a nice expansion in between the scapula and the upper back when we round our spine. From here we come back to center, to a neutral position, and we start by circling our head in one direction and our hips in the opposite direction. Slowly and gently. And in the opposite side. From here we come back to center, we point our feet and then we lift our hips up to our first downward facing dog. Feel free to paddle your legs, to cycle your legs, bending one knee and then the opposite one. Connecting with the ground, with our hands and feet. Maybe one knee goes to the opposite shoulder, inviting a gentle twist here. And from here we look at the front of our mat and we start by walking our feet closer to our hands. Inhaling, lifting our back, straightening our back to a halfway lift. Exhaling, lowering down to Padastasana. Inhaling, pinching from our hips, we lift our hands up to the sky in prayer position. Exhaling, hands in prayer to the heart. Coming back to the breath, coming back to the intention at the beginning of our practice. Repeating internally our sankalpa. I am creative. I love, value, and respect my body. I feel pleasure and abundance for each and every breath I take. From here we're going to transition into our moon salutation, which is strictly connected to the water element. Our moon salutation goes in a circular way in our mat, like in a mandala flow. So we start on the right side of our mat. From here, inhaling, we lift on our tippy toes, exhaling down. Inhaling, we lift our hands up to the sky, hands in prayer. We shift to the left side. Exhale back. Inhale right. And exhale back. Inhaling, hands on the hips, we open up the left foot. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhaling, lowering down to a goddess pose. Maybe you do want to lift on the tippy toes here. Exhaling, coming back to center, twisting the right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Inhaling, lifting your hands up, moving your chest forward to move into Trikonasana. You might want to have the hand on the lower part of the leg here, or on a block, or on the ground. Inhaling, gaze at your right hand. Exhale, both hands on the floor, back foot 45 degrees angle. Inhaling, bending the left leg, right knee on the ground. Inhaling, Anjaneyasana. And I might want to add here some fluid movements with the hands. So you might want to draw some nice circle here to really start to feel the feelings in your hips. Inhaling, hands to center, we rotate to Skandasana.
Inhaling, we open up our hands. Exhaling, we shift the weight on the right side. Inhaling, open your hands up. Exhaling, hands on the ground. Left knee on the ground. Anjaneyasana on the right side. Inhaling, hands up. And from here, I invite you to do some fluid movement with your hands to bring in the water element. Inhaling, looking up to the sky, exhaling, hands down. We point the left foot back and we exhale, head to the knee. Inhale, right hand on the ground or on your leg, lifting the left hand to the sky. Exhale. Inhale, bend the right leg, coming back to center to a goddess position. Exhaling, the right foot meet the left. Inhaling, lift your hands up. We move to the right side and to the left side. Back to center. Inhaling, rising on your tippy toes. Exhaling down. This was halfway through our moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. It's a really cooling salutation. We put our hands in prayer to the heart, and we repeat on the opposite side. Inhale, lift on your tippy toes. Exhale down. Inhale, hands in prayer to the sky. We move on the left side and on the right side. Back to center, hands on the hips, open up the right foot. Inhaling, goddess pose. You might lose your balance a bit like me, it's alright. We come back to center here. Back foot is 45 degrees angle. Inhale, switch your chest to the front. Right hand on the leg or on the ground. Inhale, lift the left hand to the sky. Exhale, both hands down, back foot 45 degrees angle. Inhale, we'll move to Anjaneyasana. Left knee on the ground. I invite you some fluid movements here. However you feel like, connecting with the breath. The fluidity of the movement, the breath, always come first. First we breathe and then we move. Inhale, moving to the side, to Skandasana. Open your hands up to the side. Exhale, shift your weight on the left. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, translate into Anjaneyasana on the left side, right knee on the ground. Inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale, point the back foot. Lower your head down to the knee. Inhale, left hand on the ground, rise the right arm to the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, rise up. Feet 45-degree angle, lower down to a goddess pose here. Inhale, you might want to rise on the tippy toes. Exhale, hands on the hips, the left foot, meet the right. Inhale, lift your hands up. We bend on the right side. Coming back to center, inhale, exhale, we bend on the left. And we come back to center, hands down, inhaling, we lift our hands to the sky. Exhaling, rooting down, hands in prayer to the heart. This was one full round of Chandra Namaskar, our moon salutation. From here we move, gazing at the front of our mat. We're gonna move into a nice little flow. So from here we inhale, we root down through the right foot. The left knee goes on the chest. Inhale. Exhale, the right leg extend up and back. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, the left foot goes down. Low lunge here. Rise through the push of your back foot here. Inhaling, we draw a nice circle with our hand. Exhaling, lowering down, connecting once again with the fluidity of the movement. Exhaling, rotating our chest to the side to warrior two. Gaze to the front, deep inhalation. Exhale, rotate on the tippy toes of the back foot. Deep inhalation, open up the chest. Exhaling, we root our hands down and we shift our body to the front to a half moon pose. The right hand goes on the ground. You might want to bend the right knee here. Inhaling, we lift our left hand to the sky. 3 nice long deep breaths here. Remember yourself, our intention of the practice. If you do want to challenge your balance even more, you might want to gaze at your upper hand. Exhaling, the left foot meet the right. Inhaling, so straight back. Exhaling, lowering down your head. Inhaling, pinching from your hip. The hands move to the sky. Slightly back bend here. Exhaling, hands in prayer to the heart. Coming back to your personal initial sankalpa, to your personal initial intention here. Deep inhalation from the nose. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. One more. Exhale, let it go. Shifting your weight to the left side. Inhaling, lifting your hands up. Right knee to the chest. Exhaling, the right leg extend up and back. Hands in prayer to the heart. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling, the right foot goes down to the mat. Inhaling, we lift our hands up to the sky, finding the deepest low lunge here, activating the back foot. Deep inhalation through the nose to extend even more. Exhale, draw a nice circle with your hands here. A few times more. However you feel like feeling the fluidity of your hands, feel free to do so. Deep inhalation through the nose, exhaling. The back foot goes parallel to the back of the mat, moving into our warrior two. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling, twisting to the front. Exhale, hands down to the mat. We move our left foot even closer. We shift the weight on the left leg. Half moon pose here. Inhaling, lifting the right hand to the sky. Deep inhalation from the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling, maybe you want to test your balance, looking at the right hand, which is in the sky. Deep inhalation from the nose. Exhale, hands on the mat, right foot meet the left. Inhaling to straight back. Exhaling, lowering down the head to the knees. Inhaling, bending your knee, pinching from your hips, extending your beautiful self up and back. Exhaling, coming back to center, fluid like the water. Deep inhalation from the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling, lifting your hands up and back. Exhaling, moving down, fluid like flower in the wind. Inhaling, looking up to the front. Exhaling, hands down on the mat with step the right foot and the left on the ground to a tabletop position. We lower down our knees here, moving to all fours. Deep inhalation, open up the chest. Exhaling, we let the left knee slide to the front to move into our pigeon pose. So feel free to have a support underneath your left butt cheek here. We first find a way to extend the spine. This is one of my favorite poses ever. Find a way to extend the spine to the sky. Straightening first, feeling the activation through the back foot. Exhaling, gently lowering down. You might want to have the right arm underneath the left. Maybe you do want to place the head on a block here to feel the extension also in the shoulder. So feel free to have a pillow, a block, or a support underneath your head. If that's too uncomfortable for you, you can even leave the left hand, the left arm to the front of the mat and completely relaxing down on your mat. Sending our attention into the left hip. Feeling the connection with our emotional self. It's known in yoga that hips releases poses will enhance our emotions. So if you do ever feel emotional in one of these poses, feel free to feel whatever you feel like. That's it. Let it flow through you. We have a huge variety of emotions. And often we do identify ourselves with them, when we should just leave them as they are and experience them and let them teach us whatever they come to teach us. Sending our breath, our love, our compassion to our right, to our left hip. Deep inhalation through the nose. And from here we move our way to the right shoulder and we let slide the left foot underneath ourselves. And we open up through the left side, so we might transition into a twist here with a left leg up, deep inhalation from the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhaling, moving on our back here. We give ourselves a little push. We come back to center. We open up our feet 45 degrees angle in Malasana Yogi's-ko. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Finding our stability in this new pose that really enhance our connection
with our pubic bone, with our genital area. As we said, our water element inside of us is here to help us with the emotional balance and with our stress response. From here, we let go the pose, we come to seated position. We might want to slide into our tabletop position, inhaling, lifting our chest up, exhaling, sliding our right knee in between our hands, entering our pigeon pose. On the right side, feel free to have a support underneath your right butt cheek, feeling the extension first. Deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, lowering gently. Inhaling here, we might want to have our left arm underneath and our right arm on top. If that's too much for you, you can release the right arm to the top of the mat, maybe resting on the left cheek, sending our awareness once again to our hips, to our pubic bone. And I hope you can hear the amazing sound of the ocean in the background of this beautiful island, which is Nusa Lembongan in Bali. And whenever your mind starts to wander, come back to the awareness of the breath, the emotion that comes up working on this deep hip opener, coming back to the intention we had at the beginning of the practice. From here you might want to shift your weight a bit on the left shoulder, gently sliding the right foot underneath yourself. Inhaling, opening up the right arm to the side, entering a right side twist. Resting in the twist, which is one of my favorite poses after pigeon pose. Releasing all the tension down to the mat. Gently moving on your back, giving yourself a nice little push here. Moving into our first pose, which was easy pose, Sukhasana. So one leg is in front of the other. From here we're going to move into 10 minutes of a breathing technique, which is Nadi Shodhana, also known as alternative nostril breathing. Nadi Shodhana consists in inhaling the air through the left side and exhaling through the right side. I will leave you free to count your own breath, but I do invite you to move with starting from around a 4 seconds of breath, inhalation, 4 seconds of exhalation, and then building your practice up so that you can increase the timing of the inhalation and the exhalation. If you are an advanced practitioner and you have been practicing this technique before, I might invite you also to start having void and full retention, so working with a kumbhaka, which would mean to have 4 seconds of inhalation as an example, 4 seconds holding the breath with a full retention,
4 seconds of exhalation and 4 seconds holding the breath with avoid retention. So we do start with 3 ventilation breaths, inhaling from the nose, exhaling, letting go from the mouth. 2 more like that. And last one. So from here, we're going to place our index and our medium finger on the forehead, on the third eye, and we're going to start by placing the thumb on the right nostril, starting by inhaling from the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Close with a ring finger and exhale through the right for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhaling from the right. Exhaling through the left. You can count your breath with your fingers. If your mind starts to wander, simply come back to the counting of the breath. If your right arm starts to feel pain, or you feel pain in the shoulder, you can place your left hand underneath your right elbow, or you can place a block or a support underneath the arm. We'll continue for 3 minutes more.
Make this your last round, exiting through the left nostril. Releasing the palm of your hands on the knees, feeling the effects of the breathing technique. From here you might want to place your thumb and your index finger together into the Yoni Mudra. Rest your fingers on the feet. Yoni Mudra is connected to our sacred feminine genitals. Relaxing your shoulders here. And I'd like to invite you to sit here in meditation or eventually transition to your Yoga Nidra practice. I'd like to let you free after this long asana and pranayama practice together. And I will see you in the third class dedicated to fire. I'd like to thank you from the deepest part of my heart for your presence here on the mat. I wish you will continue and close this practice in the most uplifting and nourishing way, honoring your beautiful body and your wonderful self, for simply being present in this life. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.